you're interested in that, let me know down below. Just comment. I love comments. I'm a really lonely wiener and I need friends. So comment down below. Really tell me everything. Ah! Look, ugly, 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 ugly. Ouch. I think that means I need to get off of here. With that being said, I will see you guys fairly soon. You can follow me on Twitter and everything, yada yada. Yeah. Bye. Hey all my beanie weenies, I'm back. Alright, hi all my beanie weenies and welcome back to my channel. I am of course Hot Dogs and we are back after almost over a year basically since I've last seen you guys, and I gotta say that over the past year, I have been incredibly busy. I went and got a new job, and because of that, I was having a really hard time trying to figure out when I was going to film these videos, let alone just getting the motivation, enough energy to get myself up, put on the hot dog suit, and get in front of the camera. And it just took a really long time for me to do that. But in the meantime, I have gone ahead and made 2 brand new series fully filmed, and all I have to do now is put my little wiener in the video and put it on YouTube. So sorry that it's taken so long to do this, but I have so much in store for you guys that I have been dying to share with you, starting with this video right here. So today I'm going to premiere my new series, The Sims 4 Are You the One? Okay, so for anyone who has not seen the show Are You the One? The premise is actually pretty simple. So we're going to have a group of singles, boys and girls, and they're all going to also be bisexual. And the thing is that before they came here, they took a personality test. And in that test, it was determined that they had a perfect soulmate within the cast. Now, their job is to find that soulmate and ask the question, are you the one? And so as you can see, we have the first group of girls coming into our bungalow here in Sulani.
Yeah, get into it!
Now, we are going to have 16 house guests in total, and they are all going to have to find their perfect match, obviously leaving that with 8 couples. And the twist is also that if they get all 8 couples correct, they will all get a huge amount of simoleons to share between each other. Now, of course, there's going to be other twists and turns along the way, but we also have to introduce the boys. So the 8 boys are going to come and enter our bungalow, and everyone's going to start getting to know each other, and we're also going to get to know our Sims a little bit better too. And before we get into these introductions, I do have to remind you guys that this little bungalow lot that they're living on, I did make myself, and it is available to you guys on the gallery.
I am so powerful. My mind, oh, it amazes me sometimes.
Along with the 16 contestants. And that's going to be at my new, finally rebranded gallery page, Sims Hot Dogs, capital S-I-M-S, capital H-O-T-D-O-G-S. So look me up on there, and you can see that all the contestants are available and everything else. You might have to select the Enable CC button though, because I do tend to use fake eyelashes and stuff like that. But that being said, let's get to know these islanders. So first up, we have Jae Young. She is a bookworm, a romantic, a perfectionist, a quick learner, a Renaissance sim, and we can see that she has a really fun sense of style. She is definitely not one of the everyday kind of fraternity girls that we also have in the house. And who do you think going forward, do you think she's going to be matched with as we look at everyone else? Always keep that in mind as I'm introducing them because, again, all of them, their perfect soulmate is already in front of them. Just gotta figure out who that is. Alright, so that is Jae Young. One girl down, only 7 more to go. And on to the next one. We can see this cute little sassy islander walking around the bungalow, getting to know her area. And that is going to be Miss Kayla Voss. So Kayla is a big foodie. She loves to eat. And she's family oriented. She's not just here to, you know, find love. She wants to find that soulmate. She wants to have a family. She wants to have children. So she has that in mind going forward. That being said, her mind is pretty big and she is a genius. She wants to be a master chef, and that gives her the essence of flavor.
That is amazing. Wow. Like, oh my God. The flavor, oh my God, it's so real. Like,
Kayla has a bit of a boho chic sort of vibe going on with her outfits, and her favorite color is red, so you see that represented a lot in all of them. And I don't know, I think she's pretty hot. And again, all of these Sims are bi, so what do you think? Do you think she's looking for a woman or a man? Alright, and now that we are on the subject of boys and girls, let's go ahead and introduce our first boy, and that is going to be Bruno Flowers. Okay, so Bruno is really fun. He's really cool. I would honestly kind of consider him to be gender queer, or, you know, somewhere on the spectrum, because he not only dresses in masculine clothing, but he also dabbles in feminine clothing. He wears nails and makeup and stuff like that. His traits are that he's a romantic. Obviously, he's here on Are You the One? But he is a snob and self-absorbed. So that could get in the way of finding a soulmate. We'll have to wait and see, but maybe someone matches him perfectly. Obviously, one of them should. He is a serial romantic, so he's going to go around and try to find which one he is, whether he has to try each and every other castaway here. He is alluring, and I just find him to be a lot of fun. But now we're going to move on to kind of the opposite of Bruno, and that's going to be Jake Stewart. So Jake is a buff man's man, rugged dude. He's a bro, he's really jealous, and he is active. That being said, he is here to find his soulmate. Again, kind of the opposite of Bruno, who kind of wants to try everyone out. Jake here just wants to find the one, and that makes him to be a little bit alluring too, thanks to that. And his outfits, I actually really like. I like his style. I think Jake is super hot, but he is a bad boy, and I do think he is going to be trouble to some of the girls in the villa, or who knows, maybe some of the boys. And now I'm going to introduce you to Alice Lynn. Now, she is an art lover, a clubber, and childish. And her big goal is to be a party animal. So she's really here just to have a good time. She's looking for fun. She wants to get drunk every night. She's here in Sulani, party it down. We have a DJ and a club area in the back. And I feel like she's going to be spending a lot of time out there partying the night away. Hopefully with that right someone. Just thought I would go out and say this already, that any CC or mods that I'm using, just go ahead if you are curious, ask me in the comments down below, and I will try my best to let you know. I'm not the best at keeping track of all the CC I download. As you can see, I have a custom cast background and stuff like that, but I will try to go ahead and find those for you and send them your way, as long as you demand them. Otherwise, I ain't bothering putting that in the description. But that being said, let's move on to the next house guest, islander, castaway. I don't even know what to call them. Are you the Oneians? I have no idea. The next Sim. So this sharp-dressed nerdy man is Ariel Spencer. He is good, he's slightly clumsy, and of course he is a geek. And he's just like the nice guy of the group. You know, he's the little nerd that's really sweet and will treat you really kind if you're not looking for that manly man like Jake. I really enjoy him. He wants to be a computer whiz, and that gives him the quick learner trait. So I think he could get along with some of the geniuses we have in the house, potentially. I don't know. What do you think? Alright, so now we move on to our next girl, and that is going to be Felicity Fuller. Now, she's kind of the fraternity girl, like I mentioned earlier, that classic blonde bombshell. She is a vegetarian, so don't eat any meat around her. She is a romantic and outgoing, so I think she's going to have a pretty easy time finding love. It's just whether or not she's going to find the right love. She is a self-care specialist. She's all about keeping herself pristine and beautiful and everyone else around her the same. And that gives her the spa membership little trait. And we'll see if that comes in handy at all at any point in the series. Alright, so we're reaching the halfway point with sim number 8 here, and that's going to be Robbie De La Rosa. He is cheerful, squeamish, and a goofball. So he's kind of really fun to be around. He gives kind of best friend energy. He's really nice, really sweet, fun, but not really that deep. You know what I mean? He doesn't really have any conflict. Some other people here are a bit villainous or jealous or something. Not him. He's good all the way around, and his goal is to be a joke star, and that gives him the gregarious trait. So he's definitely gonna make you laugh and have fun, and that shows with his colorful clothes. Look at these two hot hunks of meat we have here. Okay, let's go over each of these sims individually. Let's break down the sexy view. Okay, so first up we have Devontae Landers, and he is self-assured, a bit of a bro, and active. So he's, you know, gonna be out there working out every morning, making sure that his body is looking right for everyone else in the house. He's gonna be outside enjoying the sun, the ocean, swimming, and just living his active life. He does want to be a bodybuilder, so he's gonna be working out a lot, and hopefully he stops working out in order to find someone that he can have some fun with and work out with together. Maybe he'll find an athletic boy or girl that he'll like. And that bodybuilder aspiration does give him a high metabolism trait, so he doesn't really have to worry about all the takeout food they're going to be eating over the next couple days. So now that we've met Devontae, the hot piece of meat number 1, let's move on to the guy beside him, hot piece of meat number 2, and that is going to be Benson Caballero. Caballero. That sounds right. No, I did put these names just in random, so some of these I'm like, how do you pronounce these? I don't know, but one thing I do know about Benson is that he's romantic, he loves the outdoors, and he's also a goofball. So he's going to have time, but he's also going to make you go on a romantic camping date, which I would be kind of into personally. He's kind of my type out of all the guys here. He is an outdoor enthusiast, so that does give him the collector trait, and he's going to try to find that perfect one to collect and keep forever right by his side.
Kumiel Bouchard Sposhim.
Now, after all that men, let's go ahead and look at some more of the ladies in the house. And this is going to be Liana Prado. God, I should have went over these names before I started recording today, but whatever. I really wanted to get this video out to you guys.
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that.
Now, she does kind of look a little bit like the other house guest, Kayla, but she's very different because Liana is hot-headed. She is here to fight her way to love because she is really romantic, but she's also really jealous. So any guy or girl that she likes better hope that they just have eyes for her, because if those eyes go wandering, she's definitely going to be throwing fists because she's here to find her soulmate, and that gives her the alluring trait. So I don't know, I see trouble with this girl right here.
A lot of people will be scared here. A lot of people will be scared, and I'll name them.
Our next girl, however, is the complete opposite of Liana, and that is going to be Yolanda Lincoln. So Yolanda is a romantic, of course, almost all these Sims are, but she's also a dance machine and a bro. So she's definitely going to be dancing right alongside Alice, who's probably going to be DJing, but she's going to be dancing with all the guys in the room and just hanging out, broing out. Does that mean she's going to be interested in the guys or a girl? I don't really know. We're gonna have to wait and find out, but she is just a party animal. She's here to party, she's here to have a good time, and that gives her the gregarious trait as well. So she's gonna be laughing it up with a lot of these house guests, partying it up and having a good time. But will she find love? We're just gonna have to wait and see on that. So since he swapped places with Yolanda at the sink, we're going to go ahead and cover Vince Solis. So Vince is self-assured, he's confident, and he knows what he's doing here. You know, he's fine with himself, and he's ready to find the one that's going to be with him. Except not really, because he's non-committal. So even though he's here to find love, he's not too sure if he's actually found the one, and I think this process is going to be incredibly hard for him. Thankfully, he is a bro like Yolanda, so he's going to have a lot of guys here to kind of hang out with, talk over all the options he has, and maybe settle down. But probably not. That being said, he is a serial romantic and alluring, so he's definitely going to be trying out all the different flavors of house guest here this summer. And who knows, maybe Vince will try out our next house guest, who is Rosalie McPherson. So Rosalie is creative, outgoing, and a maker. And as you can tell by her style, she kind of looks like she is like always at a potter's wheel, you know, always crafting things, sewing, crocheting, always working with her hands. And that does make her aspiration to be a master maker. And that gives her the other trait of being a muser. So she does inspire everyone around her. Everyone is going to be feeling really creative and fun. So I think she will mix and mingle a lot with those who want to party and DJ and stuff like that. And I don't know, I really like her. She has a completely different vibe than a lot of the other house guests. But will that make it harder or easier to find her match? I don't know. So that's 14 house guests down and only 2 more to go. But before I reveal those 2 Sims, I did just kind of want to, 1, find them in the house, but 2, also kind of just do a little check and see what everyone is up to. Because as we can see, the sun has gone down and the party is really going, okay? All of them have mainly just been hanging out in the living room together, all talking, watching TV, and playing games. Some of them are drinking, and it looks like dinner has officially been served, so a lot of them are now eating. And only a few people are really leaving the living room, and usually that's to head to the bathroom. Just thought I'd mention that as you can see, the house is full of CC. We have custom content wallpaper, furnishings, and just a whole bunch of stuff like that. So if you are wanting to download this, there is a ton of CC, but it wouldn't be hard to replace if you don't want to use that CC. It's a pretty simple house with mainly only 4 rooms. We have the main living room, kitchen, dining room here on the first floor, and above that we have the 1 shared bedroom. And then there's a little walkway over the water to the bathroom, and in the bathroom we have, you know, a separate toilet, a separate shower, and a sauna along with massage tables and stuff like that. In the back of the house, we have our little DJ area, and then behind that we have our 4th room, which will remain a secret for now. Alright, so even though the house is fairly simple, with not that many rooms that you can kind of get away and get some privacy from everyone else in, there is a ton of activities and stuff to do in the house, whether you're playing games, getting drunk, woohooing, you can also go in the water, swim around, take a jet ski or a boat out for a spin like you can see some of our house guests doing now. And like I mentioned, the bathroom has full spa facilities, and we can see that one of the house guests I have not introduced yet is now in the sauna taking full advantage of it, and that is going to be Miss Latoya Biggs. Now, Latoya is of course romantic, but she's also a bookworm, so we might find her out and alone on a chair sunbathing and reading a book from time to time. But one thing that makes her stand out from the rest of the geeks in the house would be that she is self-assured. So she loves who she is, she loves her brain, and she is not afraid to share that and be who she is with everyone else here. With that being said, she is a Renaissance sim, so she wants to learn as much as she can, and that makes her a quick learner as well. So that is Miss Latoya. However, like I said earlier, it seems that most of the Sims are just kind of hanging out in that main living room area. We see that they're all kind of sitting at the counter, either trying to get on the laptop, the one laptop they can all share, or watching TV on the one television they have while eating, and a lot of them are actually kind of randomly going into the corner and dancing. And if you look over there, we'll see we have a stripper pole and stuff like that, so I'm surprised no one's hopped on that just yet. But we do have Felicity kind of over there dancing on her own. And we also have a ping pong table. So over in the corner, we see that Jake and Kayla are playing some ping pong.
Babla, Rutuni.
So at first I felt kind of bad for Vince, because as you can see, Felicity was dancing and he soon comes over and starts trying to dance with her, and instantly she's like, I'm hungry, I gotta use the bathroom, I gotta go. And she just completely ditches him, and then he's just left dancing there by himself instead. And I was like, oh, that really sucks. But then something crazy happened. Okay, Alice, our party girl, decides that she wants to join in on the dancing and start having some fun, and starts dancing with Vince, and the two of them are talking, chit-chatting, and then things get a little flirty. Okay, she starts, you know, tucking her hair behind her ear and moving a little sexier, you know. And I don't know, could this be a match? Because they definitely seem to be vibing. But what do you guys think? Because most importantly, I want to know all of your predictions. Like, who do you think is a perfect match? Can you name all 8 couples? Like, are you gonna guess correctly by the end of this? I'm so excited to find out. So while this is not only just the premiere of my new series, it is also in The Sims a TV series premiere. So you will see someone like Yolanda or something celebrate, confetti goes everywhere when they finish watching the television show that's on right now. Gosh, my head is falling everywhere. And it looks as though that little flirty conversation with Alice has really gotten Vince flustered, okay? Because he immediately strips down, gets completely naked, walks upstairs to the bedroom, you know, figures out which of the beds he's going to claim, because they are all doubles, so everyone's going to have to be sharing a bed. He picks a bed and he starts to self-woohoo. Now, again, I do have Wicked Whims installed. Thankfully, I have the streamer part on, so there is still censored. Who knows? Maybe I should make a Patreon for the uncensored sexy footage. Let me know. But we see that he is self-woohooing in bed, and again, everyone shares a bedroom, so eventually Bruno ends up walking up, Alice ends up walking up herself, and seeing what's going on.
Anchivi, Aspa, Hippowa.
Oh, Yadabu. Swobif in Arva. Zafis Wanifes Wano. on a bird?
So obviously Alice must have liked what she saw because her and Vince end up sharing their first kiss on night 1, people. What? It's already getting crazy. So the two of them share their first kiss and they're both really into each other. They're both feeling super flirty. But of course Vince is like, I was kind of in the middle of something. Do you want to, help me out? We can do this together. And Alice is like, no, I actually don't want to do that. Like, I'm down to have a first kiss with you tonight on day 1, but go the full way. I'm trying to be as censored as possible on YouTube, but, going all the way on night 1, no thank you. So that doesn't happen. Instead, we see that they end up making their way into the very busy bathroom, and Vince tries to give her a foot massage, but none of them are very good at giving massages, so it doesn't really go over that well. And like I mentioned earlier, there isn't really any privacy in this house. So while they're giving each other foot massages, we see that Kayla is over there in the bathtub. No one seems to even be paying her any attention. And we also have Devontae over in the mirror, just kind of grooming himself. So like, everything is just kind of out in the open, and that really carries on throughout the night. All of them are getting more and more drunk. They're all getting more and more comfortable with one another, you can say, and all their inhibitions are really leaving here on night 1, which is great for us. It means this season is going to be insanely spicy, and we see that keeps on going as Yolanda is making drinks for everyone, and we see that a big group of them, including Alice herself and Jake, they end up stripping off their clothes and jumping into the hot tub.
So Chimsabavi.
However, the naked jacuzzi-ness.
Naked jacuzzi. No naked jacuzzi-ness.
Did not last very long because inside we see that Robbie completely steals everyone's attention by finally being the first person to get on the pole and shake their stuff. He is down in his underwear and is just grooving on the pole, and everyone's kind of gathered around and watching them, or at least everyone that is still awake, because it is now incredibly late in the night. It's been a long first day, kind of overwhelming, so slowly but surely some of the house guests are heading either upstairs into a bed that they're claiming, or for those that feel too uncomfortable to share a bed already, you can see that they're kind of napping on benches and stuff outside or in the bathroom or around the house, wherever they can find a nice quiet spot. However, the last house guest, who I have not introduced yet, our final 16th house guest, who is ironically cooking right now, is Jonas Cook. So Jonas is clumsy, so hopefully he doesn't start a fire while he's cooking those eggs. And he loves the outdoors and he is active. So he's going to be outside running on the beach, but before he finishes his workout, he's probably going to fall over and trip over his own feet. That being said, he does want to be an angling ace, so he wants to catch all the fish out here in Sulani and maybe catch the one true love of his life as well. He is a collector. And he has a really fun, kind of basic, everyday, Smallville type of outfit and attire. And I don't know, I really like Jonas. I didn't wait forever to reveal him for any sort of purpose. It just kind of worked out this way. Didn't want you to think there was some kind of twist with him or anything. But that does officially introduce all 16 of our house guests. So again, down below, leave who you think is a perfect match. They are all bi, so pairings can go anyway. But there's only couples, no triples or anything like that. There's 8 couples. Who do you think they are? Let me know down below.
If it's all dimfish.
Him believe?
Usa. Oribia.
Flurba?
Uvene sepano. Semene.
Arshenazio. Kelna.
Paparani Squamish. Double Marlene. Boy, big Renoy.
Now, back in the house on the dance floor, we see that Robbie's moves on the pole have succeeded as he has successfully allured Ariel. The two of them are now flirting. He's really gotten both of them in the mood, and they soon share their first kiss and really get hot and heavy with one another kind of instantly. So is this going to be our second perfect match already? Like, are they already finding each other on day one? Do you think this is a match? I don't know, but they both are instantly into one another, and they head off to the bathroom to woohoo in the toilet. However, Ariel and Robbie are not the only couple successfully doing it. We have our third couple that is now heading to the bathroom, that being Latoya and Devante. So the two of them go into the next stall. However, it is occupied. Okay, Jong Yang is in the bathroom. They don't care. They're just like, are you done washing your hands already? Because we need to both share this toilet. And they just kind of scoot her aside, and she's kind of left there. And that's also where the shower is. So I think she was going in there to potentially shower, but she can't. Because they're busy woohooing in front of her. So she kind of like scooches by in the bathroom, gets out, and then just decides to kind of take a bath instead. Meanwhile, we see that Benson is just doing push-ups outside the bathroom, listening in. Again, no privacy at all, but also no inhibitions. Everyone is just willing to woohoo wherever they want. So, as you can see, eventually everyone does soon head to bed and goes to sleep, and that ends night 1 of Sims 4, Are You the One? And that concludes our first episode. It feels so good to be back and to be showing you what I've been up to on The Sims. And with this new series, we're going to be having 2 episodes a week. So that is 1 episode on Monday and 1 episode on Friday. However, with this being the premiere week, we're going to have an additional episode. So we're going to have 3 episodes this week. So catch me on Wednesday as I reveal the next twist that determines and shows us kind of who is or isn't a couple. And then on Friday, we're going to have our first matching ceremony where they will pick a pair, and we're going to see how many they have correct. And of course, there's a twist with that as well. If you want to catch up on Are You the One, it's on MTV and Hulu and stuff like that. So if you want to kind of get to know the format before everything starts, you totally can do that. That's kind of what I would recommend. But if not, I'll explain everything on Wednesday. All you got to do is like the video. That way it gives me a little boost. And then subscribe. That way you get notified when the next episode comes out, and watch it on Wednesday. You guys don't really need to know that. You hear it from every other YouTube creator. But I do have to say, I hardly lost any followers in the year that I was gone, and that really does mean a lot to me. I love all my Beanie Weenies. I hope you guys like the show so far. Hope you guys are excited for the series, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Thank you.